SOFI update here on the 31st. So we went a little bit lower than I originally had said in the last video, which is fine, I guess. If you haven't watched these videos before, I think that we are in a triple three. A triple three just means you have basically three consecutive ABC moves. So you have ABC, ABC, kind of like that. So you have two X waves that are also ABC. Let's go ahead and show you on the chart here. So you have, this is a 5-wave move, bounce, C wave here makes A. Then you have A, B, C, B, 5 waves. So the whole thing is ABC. I labeled that W. Then we got an ABC move right here. That's X. Then we got A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, C, Y. Then we got some kind of corrective move up here. That would be double X. And now we're getting a 5-wave move down here from 13.89 all the way down here to 11 bucks. I think that this finished today. I think the A wave is finished. And so basically what I'm looking for here is a retrace for a B wave. Same as everything else. So you had a B wave here, you had a B wave here. I'm just looking for something like this, and then one more C wave down. Based on how far we went down now, we can potentially go all the way down to a max of 950. That's the 1.61 fib. So if we're going to go down to 950, that would be a little bit longer than these first couple of ABC moves. You can see here, I showed this in the recent video, that this ABC move right here is the same length as this one. It goes right to the very end of it. So I was expecting this one to be the same length too. Maybe it still will, who knows. That's at 10.10. So if that were to happen, I would probably expect a retrace for this B wave all the way up here to 13 bucks. And then one more move down here to 10.10. So it's possible we go like this all the way up here and then come all the way back down to 10 bucks. And then that's the end of a triple three right there. It's also possible that we just have a shallow move right here and then come down. We already filled the gap that we made pre-market here, but we do have a gap up here at 1304. So it is possible that this takes, it could take a while too. If you look at SPY, if SPY ends up going back to 580, then I would say this is probably going back up here to 13 bucks. Maybe even higher than that. Who knows? If SPY goes back to like 570, I think that this could probably get back to 13 bucks there too. So 13 bucks is really a good target overall. You have a gap there. It's a retracement of a little bit past the 0.61 fib. But just know that that's probably not going to be the bottom, or this is probably not going to be the bottom. This is probably just going to be a lower high, and then you're still going to get that 5-wave move lower to complete the overall triple three. Will that be the bottom overall? And it could be. It could be the overall bottom. Like I said in the last video, this is going to either be A or it's going to be X. At this point, I guess I could say it could still be a fourth wave, a diagonal, but I really start seeing this move as just ABC. And I see this as 5 waves. So I really think that this is just an overall ABC move. A, B, C. And so I don't think this is probably a fourth wave anymore. It came back into this. I don't think it's a fourth wave. So if it does bottom here, I would call this an X wave. Because of the fact that it's shorter in time length than all of this. If you get a B wave, usually it's longer. It's about the same time length as all of this. So I don't think that we're going to get a move that's going to last 2 years of going like this. So in that case, I would label this an X wave. So if we do bottom here, it's an X wave, and then we would start our next move higher. We'd be going like this up here. The second scenario is that this is only an A wave. If this is only an A wave, then we could retrace like this and then have another move down like that. So the one thing to summarize this video though is not to be too confusing. I would just focus on this right here, because if you start looking at the scenarios of like 2 or 3 years from now, then you're going to get confused. So I'm just focused on this right now. Let's see if we can retrace all the way to 13 bucks. I would hope that we retrace more than this, and I think we will. I would say minimum of like 1238. Maybe if SPY starts dipping, maybe 1203. But I think 1238 should be a minimum, and then max up here to about 13 bucks. And then, of course, moving down after that. So that's the update for today. Let's see what happens with SPY. Let's see what happens with the tariff stuff. Maybe SPY will bounce a lot higher, and we'll go a lot higher too. We'll see. I'll keep you updated. And that's all I got for right now. Still looking for one more low, probably down to one of the weekly moving averages. All right, have a good one. Talk to you soon.